Drew got Willow all hot and bothered, or maybe just bothered. But hey, y'all, welcome back to another review with Life with Chess. This is for General Hospital, September 20th, 2024. Okay, y'all. So first thing first, let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. Look, we was gonna start with Willow, but I gotta make a comment first. I gotta ask a question first. Was that Sidwell's guard or something that told him that information about Holly and Anna conversation? I said it was so at least somebody guard doing their job, cause Sunny guards don't never be nowhere to be found except at the door. Except at the door. But we're gonna come back to that. We gotta talk about Willow. So, okay, they were standing there. First they was at the Quartermains, and as usual, Ned and Michael arguing over ELQ. I said, I'm so sick of this. And at this point, they could have been started their own company. The fact that was Aurora already there before Drew got there, or did he create it? I don't know. I can't remember. But yeah, they could have been started their own company. They over here arguing over ELQ again. So Willow and Lois was trying to step in between them and stop it. So Willow suggested that they get out or whatever, and they went to the Savoy. But when they got there, Drew was there. He was there with Nina or whatever. And that's why I said, was she hot and bothered, or was she just bothered? Because she started talking to Nina, and she was like, so you here with Drew or whatever? And you could tell, and even Nina could tell. But it's not enough for Nina to wake up. She's still over here in La La Land, too. She's still over here in La La Land. I thought that they would reveal if Willow heard that conversation that Nina and Sasha was having that day, because she was standing out there. She was standing out there while they was talking, but that doesn't mean that she heard anything. She might speculate something. But Willow ended up, she went to, I guess that was the ladies' room. If that was the ladies' room, how he get right there? How did Drew get right there? I don't know. She went back there or whatever and ran into, what's her name? The lady that works for, I can't think of her name. The lady that works for Curtis or whatever. She ends up telling her to tell Michael she felt sick. She had to go home. I said, he right there. You could just went told him. I said, she ain't want him to pick up on her vibe. But at this point, Michael ain't gonna pick up on nothing. Somebody gonna have to tell him something. Somebody gonna have to tell him. I said, Michael, I wonder how long they gonna keep this going. Is it gonna get to the point where they sleep together and he walks in on them and catch them in the bed, or what? Cause they dragging this at this point. They dragging. How do y'all want this storyline to play out? Do y'all want Michael to find out before they get a chance to sleep together, or after they sleep together? Do y'all think that they gonna sleep together? I feel like that's where they headed. She over here. I don't know if she was just bothered by the fact that he was there with Drew, or he was there with Drew. He was there with Nina, or just there in general, or the fact that she feels some type of way about him bringing Nina or whatever. And Nina still ain't said nothing about they sleeping together. Still ain't said nothing. Do y'all think that Drew is using her? Considering the fact that you supposed to want her, but you over here sleeping with her mama. Now, y'all sleeping together before this whole Willow thing, but still, I don't know. We'll see. Curtis and Drew. So, they was in there talking. Nina and Drew was talking first, and she was saying how she think it's time for him to turn over the reins at Aurora. And I thought she was talking about Curtis, too. So he went and told Curtis, and he was saying how he wants him to be the acting CEO, and he was saying how he'll be happy to. Why Nina go to Michael and say, she basically was telling him, she talked about it, that somebody gonna have to fill in as the acting CEO or whatever, and she was telling him that he will be the right person to do the job. So he was talking to Drew about it. Drew ends up saying that he chose Curtis because, you know, he got the whole ELQ situation and all that. Do y'all think that's the reason why? Now, I would have said that, because did he just put him in charge of the wellness center? I said, how they supposed to do all that? I don't know. But yeah, and then Michael felt some type of way, and he was saying after the election they'll see how it goes. And I knew that was gonna be versus. Then Curtis already know about the kiss between Willow and Drew. I don't know if he gonna say anything. Somebody gonna say something. Y'all know anytime somebody that doesn't supposed to know find out. Well, in this case, who knows? Nina knows. Sasha knows. Curtis knows. Y'all know what I always say. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. He gonna be the last to know. Michael just be, I don't know. He be focused on everybody else and the ELQ and all this other stuff. Now we got to circle back to Ned, because after Michael left, basically Lois was trying to smooth things over. She suggested that Sonny, her, and Ned have a conversation. Maybe they can work out their differences. They all connected. They all family. Then she brought up how when he thought he was Eddie Main, Sonny was the only person he was talking to and trusting or whatever. I said, that's true. And I was about to ask y'all. I was like, okay, Why? Now I know the obvious. He doesn't like him because of what Sonny does and everything. But is it because of Lois? Did Lois and Sonny have something going on back in the day? Or do y'all think they just wrote that storyline so they could bring it up, so they could make it so Geo is actually Lois and Sonny's son? Cause they was discussing it. Ned was like, let me see. I know I wrote it down somewhere. Let me see. Ned asked Lois basically, what's in it for you? Why do you care if they get along? And at that time when they was having that conversation, Geo came in. Geo stepped in between them and said basically he didn't like how Ned was talking to Lois or whatever. I don't think he said nothing. He was saying how he couldn't trust her word or trust her because she got rid of her accent. But I don't think he was just being hostile. I just think he be yelling and stuff. But yeah, Gio stepped in between them. I said, are they really taking it there? I was like, that'll be, I don't think ironic is the word. Because remember how when Olivia and Lois was arguing and she was like you kept the information about Sonny's son away from him or whatever. You didn't tell him he had a son or something. I think she did, if I'm not mistaken, or whatever. I was like, but you didn't say nothing either. Look, I'm over here. I'm like, wait, let me do the calculations. I'm like, how old are these people? I was like, how old is Gio? Gio in his 20s or something? I don't know. Look, but the way he been studying, y'all think he suspects something. He sure been over here, Uncle Sonny this, Uncle Sonny that. But Lois was just telling him, you're going to hear some things about Sonny. Basically, majority of it is true, but you got to experience people for yourself. That's true. I think it only applies if it's something serious. I think people too lightweight on it. Lightweight. They downplay that too much. Who we gonna talk about next? Now we got to circle back to Portia, because Portia and Curtis was having a conversation, and she said something that I agree with. They was talking about Aurora, everything, and she was telling him what's his exit plan. He has to have an exit plan in place just in case things doesn't go his way. And I said, you know what? She got a point, because you just never know. You never know with people. You never know with the finances. You never know with the situation. You never know with the time. You just never know. So I agree with that. Have an exit plan, because he just told him about being a CEO or whatever. But if he feels some type of way later, he could be like, oh, you know what? I changed my mind. I'm gonna let Michael or somebody else do it. Or he could lose. He could lose the election. I think I remember now. Is her name Mika? I think her name Mika or something like that. But I think the last people we got is Anna, Holly, Jason, and Sewell, and Lucky or whatever. So that's still a lot. But Lucky, they done beat him up. The guard was saying something about if he wakes up, he fantasizing or thinking about Elizabeth or whatever. And it looked like he got a knife trying to break out. I said, oh my goodness. But I knew that guard or whoever he was. I knew I seen him walk right there. I said, to be a spy or ex-spy, these folks be acting like, why would you talk again? I think I said this yesterday. I don't know if it was for this or the Bold and Beautiful. I said, why they have the audacity, the nerve to talk in public? If you over here trying to sneak and do something, why would you do it in the public? Now, they was in like this little area, but at the same time, the man had to been watching them the whole time to see them. He must saw them interacting with each other and stuff. But yeah, he done told. I want to know what all he told. Y'all think Sewell just playing it out so he could separate Holly and put her somewhere else, or what? But yeah, so Lucky, he's there. Like I said, he got look like a knife or something. He's trying to break out. I don't know if he gonna get caught, more than likely, but we'll see. Still no Laura and Kevin. But they probably gonna come and end up helping or something like that. I don't know how, but we'll see. Jason caught Sewell and that lady cheating. Yeah, Jason caught them cheating or whatever, so he kept on playing him. He was finna get up out of there, and Anna told him to stay. And now Sewell and his guys onto them, and he invited them back to the place. Look, I done skipped ahead. Hold on, let me see. Anna ends up getting the phone or whatever. I didn't write that part down. Anna ends up getting the phone. She trying to convince Holly to let her do it. I said, why are you trying to convince this lady? You might as well just keep doing it or whatever. But it's too late. They done got caught. She done placed the phone back and everything or whatever. But I said, look, Holly over here threatening to snitch. I said, snitch on yourself. And then Anna told her she know what she there for. And why didn't she? To myself, she saw Lucky. She saw Lucky or whatever. And she said, you ain't trying to help? No, she tried to help herself to some diamonds. She tried to help herself to some diamonds. I said, let them keep her. I said, let them keep Holly. But yeah, they all gonna have to work together to get out of this situation. So afterwards, I think Jason still ended up winning, and then that's when Holly convinced him to invite them. But by that time, the dude came over and said he got some interest. Because first dude told him to go away, and he ends up telling him he heard an interesting conversation with the basically Jason lady and his lady. And I said, you snitch. I said, at least you doing your job. Somebody doing their job, unlike Sonny guards. He was going when he was on. I about to say when he was on that stuff. Lord have mercy. When they was messing with his medication. When they was messing with his medication, he was just, they wasn't around. And I was like, for him to be in this business, don't you supposed to always be around him? But yeah, at least somebody guard doing their job. But yeah, Anna and them left. And by Jason's face, I was like, hopefully he picked up on the vibe. Jason should have been a detective or something. But hopefully he picked up on the vibe and they have a backup plan. If not, I don't know. What else? He was saying how Jason and Anna, they lied and they gonna get what's coming to them. And I was like, he should have said, and you will too, and then had the guards grab her. I said, that would have been perfect. That would have been perfect. But he answered them. They done got caught sleeping already. You just got in there and you already got caught. You done got caught already and y'all just made it. That snitch. Oh, my goodness. Let me see. I think that's everything Nina suggested, Michael. We talked about that already. I said I knew that man heard. I said heart. Lord. I said I knew that man heard Anna and Holly talking in a public place. I said, oh my goodness. But yeah, that's it. What did y'all think of today's episode? Let me know down below. Stay tuned for the next review. Until next time, this is have a great rest of the day, a great weekend, and be safe.